that time again. Oh, it was such a dumb bit. Worst games of the year, 2019. Oh god, that was such a fucking dumb idea. so, yeah, every year there's a bunch of crap that comes out, and I have a slight responsibility that I feel that I need to tell everyone what it is. And it makes me need to drink when I need to talk about some of these games. And for the number one spot, holy shit, I'm gonna finish the rest of that bottle, which ain't much. So let's start it. The five worst games of the year. There's no honourable mentions for this one, so yeah. And even though I have explained before in rules that I am now allowing major updates, there were no major updates that I played that I felt were bad enough to warrant a full-on slamming from me. So yeah. By the way, stuff like Destiny's like Menagerie and Black Armor expansions don't count as major updates. Forsaken and Shadowkeeper are the examples of major updates, so that's why those aren't appearing on this list. If they were, yeah, you'd probably see Black Armory somewhere on here, because Black Armory was fucking terrible. So, coming in at the number 5 position, The Division 2. I actually had hype for this game. I know, I shouldn't. It's a Ubisoft title, I hate Ubisoft, but I had fun on Division 1, and the Dark Zone looked awesome on 2, but it was dull. The grind to get through the story was so painful I gave up partway through. I felt no urge to go for the end game. The actual story was fucking bland. Characters were terrible. The game was glitchy. The dark zoning didn't even feel that good overall. And the weapons just didn't have that impact I need. I need weapons to feel good. Take a game from my fucking best list, Remnant. That's how a gun should feel. Beefy. The bullet should have a sound like that rough, like that very thunk, that heavy hitting noise. I felt like I was shooting fucking pea shooters. I felt like I was back in Borderlands 2 again. That's right. Borderlands 2 is a shit game. Come at me. Look, yeah, Division 2, I didn't like it. And it's on the list mainly because I actually had hopes for it. I didn't like it, but yeah, there were worse releases this year. Coming in at number 4 is the one that everyone's expecting to see, and everyone sees this on everyone's list. I'm pretty sure this is taking the number 1 spot for a lot of people, but not for me. Is Anthem. Yeah, that was a game. You guys remember Anthem? That released in 2019, pretty early on. It was pretty hyped up. It was a game that I was saying to everyone, yeah, be skeptical. It's not looking that great, and the beta was pretty average as well. No one listened. Yeah, Anthem was crap. From launch, it was broken, glitchy as fuck, unplayable. The loot drop was nerfed multiple times by the devs because they were like, nah, it's not meant to be like this, and that just took the good thing away from the players. And it was bad. The graphics weren't great. It was just misleading. And it's a ghost town. The devs have completely abandoned it since. It's gone. Why is it appearing higher on my list? Because I had literally, my expectations were so fucking low that they weren't that the game actually surpassed my expectations. So that's how low I was for this game. It was published by EA, and this was after the Battlefront 2 massacre, and it was also BioWare, which was after the Mass Effect Andromeda incident that we don't like to talk about. So I had no real hype for this game. I knew it was going to be bad. I expected it. I called it, and it was. So that's why it appears here because it was a shit game, but it's not high because I knew it. Coming in at the number 3 position is Generation Zero. This is one that I was actually hyped for, and I'm slightly pissed off about. Generation Zero had the really interesting premise of it was set in a Swedish country, I think it's a Swedish country. It was like on a remote island, and your characters had gone off and they're coming back, and as you're coming back, a missile strikes your boat and you're swept ashore, and the town is the island is empty of people. There's no one there. There's just robots now roaming the land, and you must scavenge for weapons and supplies and take them on. And it was marketed in a way where it's just like if you engage in a robot and you end up running away, it'll still be around. It'll have that damage from its previous fight limping through. And it sounds so cool and so fun to play with friends. In actuality, it ran like a piece of shit. It looked like a piece of shit. The combat was bland. The weapon design was so uninspired. The machines were just dull. The noise was fucking irritating. And the plot of the game just didn't make sense. The progression just felt terrible and it was boring. I played about fucking 5 to 10 hours of the game. Um, all at co-op. I didn't play by myself because holy shit, I would have not have got through an hour playing solo. And we had some fun fucking around, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't good enough. Didn't meet my expectations. I don't see it really getting updated enough to be considered that good. And yeah, it takes the number 3 position. Coming in at number 2, and number 1 as well, is going to piss off people. Number 2 for me for worst game of the year. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Oh baby, I got some opinions on this one. I was going to do a full review, but I expected that as soon as I uploaded, I get slammed with so much fucking hate that it wasn't worth the effort of putting actual effort into the video, because no one listened to the actual opinions. So I decided I'd express it here. So here's my little mini review of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This game has one of the best stories of the year. That's it. That's the only positive thing I have to say. Oh, and like maybe one of the boss fights was good. The Night Sister boss fight was good. The rest of it was shite. Let's talk about the gameplay first. Fucking horrendous. The combat felt like shite, especially coming off Sekiro. Yeah, what the fuck? I played Sekiro to go to that. Yeah, no. No. The difficulty systems are a joke. Do not play on the max difficulty like I did for half of the game. It's terrible. Do not even play on the second hardest difficulty because it's meant to be like Sekiro, but it feels like shit still because the combat is so terribly designed. The movement feels like Uncharted, but shit. It's clunky as all hell and doesn't feel like it works half the time. The puzzles are terribly designed. Some of them are really easy, some of them are not even hard, they're just stupid in the way they're designed. The graphics of the game are meh. Like the scenery, like and the design of the backdrops would be awesome if the graphics engine was good enough to catch up with it. And don't even get me started on glitches. I had the game crash at least 5 times, and I'm playing on a PS4. It was just a mess. I genuinely think that this is Respawn's worst outing, 100%. And I hate to say this because I love Respawn, I really do. But Fallen Order was just not a good game. The story was awesome. I will never take that away from them. The story was incredible. I loved it. In fact, its canon as well is sick. But a good story doesn't save bad gameplay. As soon as I beat the game, I felt no urge to go back and complete it. Beforehand, I was excited to beat the entire thing, go for 100%. But after slogging through that game, I felt no urge to keep playing it. I would give Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order a solid fucking, I'd say about a 4.5 out of 10. Yeah, don't like Fallen Order. And now for the one that the rest of this is for. I needed that. So, we have an honorable mention, as I didn't feel like this deserved its own ranking. And that is Rainbow Six Siege is an honorable mention. It would have 100% actually taken Fallen Order's spot at number 2 if it wasn't for the fact that the game released fucking years ago. I don't consider any of its updates major enough to get its own title. However, any chance I get to shit on Rainbow Six Siege I'll take. It's a fucking crap shooter, and it sucks dick. Boom. I said it. Fuck Rainbow. Terrible game. Okay, on to my actual worst one. The worst game of 2019 is probably one that everyone expects because it was a fucking no-brainer for me. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Fuck, I hate this game. And fuck, I am so sad about that. Let's get into what's good in this game. Campaign is terrific. The levels are well done, the story is engaging, It's a fresh take on the Modern Warfare series with an ending that is incredible. It has probably the best mission in Call of Duty history. Maybe not actually, probably tied with Old Gilead up in Going Dark. And some of the house pushing missions with the night vision are fucking mind boggling good. However, 130 a game being good can't save you from the other two being absolute shite, and one of those two is unplayable. Spec Ops is still a broken mess. I dare you to go try and play a game of Spec Ops. Let me know how it goes for you. You load in, it's boring, and then you fucking get assaulted by fucking 20 different fucking tanks with no cover, because game design is terrific. It's nothing like the Spec Ops we had back in the day with Modern Warfare 2 and 3. That's simple. It's garbage. The fucking survival mode is crap. It's boring as all hell, and it's monotonous. Play Advanced Warfare, way better. Play the original survival in MW3, way better. It's just crap. So, yeah. The game loses like 3.5 points, basically, because of how fucking shite Spec Ops is. So, there's that. Then you get to the fact that the multiplayer ain't really fun. The weapon customization's cool. It's really nice how you have all these options and the ability to make your own weapon to you. The blueprint system is interesting and unique, and it's a nice way to have their paid variants in the game without making it feel pay to win. It's very clever, and I appreciate it. It's a smart businessing decision. The lack of loot boxes makes me happy. However, when the core of the multiplayer is broke, all that shit don't matter. Why is it broke? Map design is fucking awful. Once again, I will say it time and time again. There is nothing wrong with 3-lane maps. And there is nothing wrong with opener maps. However, a 16-lane map does not work. And when there's fucking 40 odd sightlines you have to check on, doesn't really flow well, believe it or not. The TTK is fucking horrific. It is so quick. It puts Rainbow Six to fucking shame. It is dumb. It's genuinely dumb, the TTK. Slow it down. Seriously, slow it down, and I 100% reckon the multiplayer would accelerate so much in quality. But, as it is, it's garbage. So, I took another, about 3 points off of that. Not a full 3.5, because customization is awesome. But I took off 3 points for that. So it's sitting on 6.5 points off. It's sitting on a fucking 3.5 score currently. Yeah, I'm also going to remove half a point as well for the forced controversial stuff in the campaign, the one bad bit. So we're down to a 3 out of 10. That's Modern Warfare for me, a 3 out of 10. I'm not making the review anymore because I fucking hate the game so much I can't be fucked to make a full review. So here it is, 3 out of 10. It's not changing. It might get worse if there's loot boxes added. It's crap. And it is the worst game of the year for me, 100%, because this was a game that had me. Always has me. Call of Duty, it's my fucking kryptonite. Every single year, I think it'll get better, but guess what? It doesn't. It gets worse. So, I'm not buying the next COD. That said, I probably will, because I'm a fucking sucker for it. However, I'll do my best to avoid it. I need to get that off my chest. I'm sorry for the rant there. I'm very passionate on game franchises I love, and that is what I do adore. But when it keeps fucking up like this, I have to let that go. Anyway, those are my worst games of the year. I'm sorry for the cut midway through. I had someone come down as I was filming, so I had to pause that. That's fine. I'm sorry for the rant I just did then. That's just, I really had that pent up, and I didn't want to do a full rant video, so I figured I'd let myself loose on this, so I did. I'm sorry for the drinking if you thought that was out of character. It's not. I drank a lot lately, and this channel is not for kids. It's fucking listed as that. And yeah. I might do a fucking stream down the line where I play some of the games I fucking hated this year. This is kind of a fucking funny self depreciation, is that it? Or is it deprecation? I know how to say it, but you know what I mean. Poking fun at myself and my opinions by playing games I hate on stream. That'd be kind of funny, I reckon. So go check out Twitch for that, please. It's where I do most of my content nowadays, because it's way better than YouTube. Anyway, I am going to end the video here. We have one more video for the New Year's period coming out, which is my recommendations to pick up for 2020. Those are games that are pre-released, but are ones you should definitely look at grabbing. Um, and now we're on to usual schedules, where we're bringing out a brand new series, which I'm so excited to start filming. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.